I hate kids. Hey, don't let this fool you. This is not a re-review of Child's Play 2. This is something else. I just finished watching Mr. Nanny. But does this really deserve the hate it got long ago? Well, not really. I'm going to defend this movie, which is so bad it's good, in this review right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D. So I'm continuing my mischievous May with probably one of the most underrated movies that really gets a lot of hate on. But after watching this in its entirety, for the first time in a long time, or, well, it's probably the first time I've watched it in its entirety, because I've seen bits and pieces of it. Anyway, here we go. Today I'm going to bring to you a review of the 1993 family comedy, Mr. Nanny. Directed by Michael Gottlieb, who, of course, this guy was a rarely remembered director. He directed the two Mannequin movies as well as A Kid in King Arthur's Court. The film stars Hulk Hogan. So if you're a Hulkamaniac, be prepared for this. Now, the film was originally supposed to be Rough Stuff, which was recorded by David Johansen, alias who goes under the pseudonym of Dexter Poindexter, but he used his actual name in this. And of course, he's the villain in this movie. But anyway, Hulk Hogan plays the title character. Of course, he's actually a former wrestler named Shawn Armstrong. Now, also in the cast is Austin Pendleton, who I mostly know him best as Doc Hopper's right-hand man assistant, Max, in the Muppet movie, as well as Robert Gorman, who earlier that year would actually be playing, let me see, what's the kid's name? Yeah, who before this played Alex, Ozzy's friend in Leprechaun, and Madeline Zima, who later that same year would get a 5-year star as the youngest of the Sheffield kids on TV's The Nanny with Fran Drescher. So anyway, let's get into the story. Now, Shawn Armstrong's a former professional wrestler living in Florida and suffering from his nightmares. Soon, he gets encountered from his old friend and former manager, Bert Wilson, that's Sherman Hemsley. Of course, a lot of y'all know him from The Jeffersons and Amen. But anyway, who has a bum leg from saving Shawn's life and financial difficulties with his personal security business. With much whining and acting, Bert manages to persuade Shawn to take a bodyguard job for Alex Mason Sr., that's Austin Pendleton's character, the head of the prestigious tech firm Mason Systems, which is developing a new anti-missile system known as the Peace Finder Project. The final information for this project is stored on a microchip. Now, Shawn is getting to like the idea of possibly protecting, well, Mr. Mason and Chip, or either. Unfortunately, he's in for a rude awakening when he really has to take care of his youngsters, Alex Jr. and Kate, who are absolute mischievous brats, as it turns out, who vie for their often too absent father's attention by wreaking havoc in the household via elaborate and rather vicious pranks and booby traps, with their specialty, I said that wrong, specialty targets being the nannies he has assigned to take care of them. Now, of course, Alex Sr. is a widower. Yeah, kind of think of this as after you've seen the Home Alone movies. Yeah. And movies that came out, well, of course, Dance the Mist came out the same year this did as well. Anyway, Sean witnesses the last name jumping into the fountain in front of the Mason residence to extinguish the fire in her hair. But however, he proves to be either too distracted or too lenient, which causes these brats to continue their schemes. Thinking that he is a new replacement, they find a new target in Sean. Yeah, they do almost everything. These two do almost everything to Sean. And he even has a bit of an encounter with Corinne, Mason's housekeeper, or I think it's a housekeeper, played by the oddly named Mother Love. But anyway, well, let me tell you, once Sean's trying to do what he can, the fun begins. These two, Alex Jr. and Kate really give it to Sean, like using a special electromagnet to control the barbells and using a special device to charge up the exercise bike to full speed. Even putting a little kind of a foot plate or something that causes electricity to go through once he comes out of the shower. Oh boy. Yeah. And once he's out of the shower with all that wild hair, he gives them what they deserve. Touches it fries, electrocutes, gives them a shock in the head. Yeah, serves them right. And once after they decided not try to, even after they have to be their chauffeur to take them to school, he's getting more tore up than you can imagine. Meanwhile, though, all of Bert's possessions, whatever, are being taken away by like movers or something. But anyway, the kids decide to calm down, but after doing just one more, a little something called a pit of blood, so they filled the swimming pool with red dye, and they put all sorts of stuff in there, and boy, once Sean comes out, he's more tore up than you can ever imagine, and yeah, I like when Alex says, now all he needs is some pointy ears, a pitchfork, and a tail. Oh boy, he is just more fierce than ever. He gives him some real punch and tell him to sit down and not do anything. Oh boy. And soon after that, they finally call a truce. So, after this, Sean finally exerts his authority and not only gets to quiet these two down, he also manages to open the eyes of their father to his family problems, as well as bonding with them and managing to help them sort out problems of their own. Especially with Kate when she can't even sleep, so apparently Sean has to sing a song and he can't even do it. Boy, wait till you see the look on Kate's eyes. It's almost like, I don't know, kind of getting to him, like almost kind of like what Paddington Bear does with a hard stare or something like that. Oh boy. This movie's just absolutely insane. With all those booby traps and why, and no wonder why critics dissed this big time. Anyway, however, the real trouble is just starting, because as we encounter our villain, the unscrupulous and vain Tommy Thanatos, played by David Johansen, alias Buster Poindexter. is after Alex Sr.'s chip, and he will not stop at anything to get. And as it turns out, Sean and Bert had been once at the receiving end of one of his schemes. He had ordered them to throw a match, and when they had not complied, he attempted to shoot them. But however, Bert threw himself in front of Sean, taking a bullet in his right leg, thus the bum leg. So Sean had chased Thanatos to the roof of the stadium, and after a furious fight, Thanatos ended up plunging headfirst into an empty pool. This accident fractured the top of his skull, forcing the attachment of a steel skull plate and removing part of his afro, which he was so proud of. So, apparently, he gets a visit from, well, another guy was supposed to be security, Frank, and apparently he's going to go to the airport after he says goodnight to the youngsters. But unfortunately, it turns out this limo was driven by one of Thanatos' goons. And, well, he just won't tell him where the chip is and what have you. So he decides to even the score up a little bit by kidnapping the kids. Well, apparently, Kate manages to get Sean all, I don't know, prettied up and what have you, having a little bit of a tea party, learning manners. And into like a growing ballerina dress, what he considers to be a leotard. Oh boy, it really caused a little bit of a situation. Once we were dancing around with Bert and crashes, but kind of a slight bit of a problem. But there was a bigger problem at the front door. Thanatos' men gets onto the scene, and well, after some fighting, manages to knock Sean out a bit and takes the kids and Bert away. Now then, I'm gonna go to the ending. You got 5 seconds to stop this video. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Please go to the description box and fast forward to avoid the ending spoilers. Okay. Anyway, now, of course, I mentioned about Frank, who was the corrupt security chief of Mason Systems, who was disposed of en route to the hideout. So, with the kids kidnapped, they kidnapped the kids in order to force Mr. Mason to comply. But despite valiant efforts, Sean is overpowered and Bert is taken as well. So, giving Thanatos an unexpected revenge bonus. So, he manages to get a speedboat, stops this one dude, and manages to make it through and take on Thanatos. So anyway, I really do think that this was pretty funny. And he manages to stop that one goon who really gave him a lot of trouble and what have you. Let me see now. So, with the help of a bird who manages to free himself with a gun right in between his wrists, boy, that was a kind of a close shave, manages to free Alex Sr. and the kids. So as Thanatos prepares to charge at Sean, after he's done so much more, Alex Sr. and the children activate an improvised electromagnet with kind of a big pipe or something. Use that as a conductor, and it catches the steel plate and spin them around and around and around. Oh boy, launching him into the night sky, leaving only his skull plate, and he's gone, never to be seen again. Well, after that, everything's back to normal, and well, Sean, who was apparently taking Kate's dolly and what have you, it's kind of a going away present or something like that. He says his farewell to him. But anyway, but Alex and Kate intend to have him back much sooner, and therefore Sean falls victim to yet another prank as he's riding off on his motorcycle, unaware that there's a steel cable hooked to the back, and and then it freezes, and that's the end. Whew. Now then, what did I think of Mr. Nanny? Well, I'm gonna say it's well, not as bad as some people say it is. I know it has a few misses in my opinion. I mean, when he's going down the road to Mason's headquarters in my opinion, and we see this jerk throwing his dog into like the river or something. That's weird. There were several other things. It's hard to explain after you've watched this completely in its entirety. So I humbly apologize. But there were there were some other misses and what have you. I mean, some of it was kind of some of the humor was kind of silly and all, but overall, I thought Mr. Nanny was much more fun though. And yeah, this is a so bad it's good movie. Would I recommend it? Well, sure, go ahead. Give it just one try, and if you don't like it, well, I can't say I didn't try. I mean, even though that the Hulksters made some hits or misses. I mean, this was released by New Line Cinema, who had recently done two other flicks with him, which those were No Holds Barred and Suburban Commando. But anyway, this didn't quite do as well. I know it got heavily dissed and what have you. Oh yeah, another fun, but there is some fun things when Alex Jr. tries to stop the school bullies from taking away his money. He had like a little some electrical in his wallet. It really gets to them. Now that was fun. But anyway, I'm gonna say give Mr. Nanny one try. I think you might like it, you may not. Like I said, this is a so bad it's good movie, so give it a try. But anyway, what did you think of Mr. Nanny? Do you like it or do you not like it? I'd love to know, just for fun. Just tell me in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I bring to you a review of Scooby-Doo just a day before Scoob hits video on demand. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can check out some of these recent videos I had done. I am going to give you one. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Dennis the Menace, which came out the same year this did. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of Big Mama's House. Already a big viewed video already. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Mrs. Doubtfire. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe to my channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!